All right. Let's get this thing going. What's up, live? All right, let's see. Let me get some people in here today. We're gonna have a topic. Today we're talking about cutting them expenses, making your cleaning business a little bit more profitable. Uh, Cutting them expenses and how to make a cleaning business a little bit more profitable. I'm gonna go over a couple of steps today on how to make your business more profitable. And I don't want to going through it because I went through it. All right. So let me make sure I'm dialed in, give a couple people time to get in, and then we're gonna go over our live. Do a little live Q&A. Let me see. I gotta figure out how to share this to my group. Let's see. Copy. Put this in here and share it to my. It got to be a better way than having a copy and share it to the group, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. See if I can get some people in there. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. We do got some people. All right, so it is working. All right, let me make sure. Okay, cool. All right, getting set up here, man. We're gonna go over to this profitability in your cleaning business. All right. Somebody checking in. Let's see who checking in. See, we got some folks checking in. Let me check in and see the temperature, man. We got a couple of people chiming in. Appreciate y'all to staying tight, staying close to me. We just about to get this thing going, man. I'm just warming up. But staying tight, staying close to me. No, we don't want to do that. Echo. Okay, there we go. Did I not share? Getting used to the technology. Getting used to the technology. Don't judge me. I'm learning it. All right. I'm learning it. I'm learning each week. I get better. All right. Some of y'all don't get into technology. Okay, there we go. All right. Boom, there we go. All right. All right. So let me see what we got going on. All right, what's up? Ready for the content? Okay, I appreciate you, Christian. I see you checking in, man. Thank you for checking in. Yeah, we're gonna go over a little bit on how to make things more profitable for the cleaning company. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Coming to get profitability was rough on me the first time because I had to see. I hear, okay, we got all around everything checking in. I appreciate you checking in. I know exactly who you now. I mean, who you are now. I appreciate you checking in. I seen y'all, man. I hope y'all kicked it with your fathers for Father's Day, and now fathers, happy belated Father's Day to you. I had an amazing day. I always have an amazing day. Father's Day is being one of my favorite holidays. If I do some, if I don't, I just love the fact that I'm a father and I have impacted somebody's life or being able to be that pillar or something that I can leave on. It means so much, man. Growing up with a person that didn't have a father that has to figure this thing out, being able to be there to actually just guide, whether if I do right or do wrong, just to have somebody to say, hey, I don't want to be like that, or I do want to be like that. I think it's a blessing, right? So happy Father's Day to all the fathers, belated Father's Day. But today we're gonna go over some profitability things, man, because I've started my company 2 times. And then the first time I started, I was with the franchise. Now, being with the franchise, we have to do a different strategy than when we're doing it independently. And I want to talk about both of them today and how do you become profitable in both sectors, right? All right. So first thing first is when we was in the franchise, and this starts everything, right? This starts how your business is built. You have to watch your labor costs, right? So being with the franchise, and I start there because it would transfer over as I continue to go on. Now, with them, they take out, let's say 22%, 22 cents off every dollar, right? So you got to think about it. If you're hitting 100%, now those are doing independent, stick with me because think about it. You got 100% of the pie. Now you don't have 100%. You going over here and you only have 78% now. All right. You don't have the 100. Now you have the 78. All right. But with the 78, you still had to put people in the building. And not only that, you still may have to pay for the building that you get. Okay, let me explain it. So you get $1, they take out 22 cents. You only get 78 cents. Now, out of the 78 cents, if I the one got you that dollar, you might owe me 25 more cents for the dollar that I got you. And you might owe me that 25 more cents 4 more times than that dollar. All right, I might have lost somebody. Sometimes when you get buildings from a franchise, if it goes over your package, you have to pay 3 or 4 times as much as that building is. So not only would they take your 22%, but if you get a building and say, for instance, your package is 3,000 and they give you a 2,500, no, 3,000, and they give you a $3,500 package, or you get $3,500 worth of business, that extra $500, you have to pay 3 or 4 times as much. Now you'll be getting that $500 every month, right? But that still takes you over the $3,000 that you are allowed to have. So basically, they're telling you how much you can have. Now, if you get that 5,000, that 500 over, you may hold 15 to 2,000. Now, how that plays out is that the first month you get it, the second month you get it, the third month you get it, and those that's in the contracts know that the contracts are usually a year. So for the first 4 months, you'll be paying for the contract that you got over what you was making. Don't put nobody in there though, because then you'll be paying them on top of what you're paying the contract back, so you'll be losing. But I did that. So this is where the operational management come in, because sometimes those business owners, whether you like it or not, you got to get in them buildings. You got to get in those buildings, right? I know sometimes we want to boss up and we seeing everybody that's moving on to the next level, and we want to put this thing, we want to sit at home and take care of the fam and go out to eat. But it's levels to this thing. It's levels to this thing. I've been in the game 6 years, and it's every now and then I still swoop back down. I got to swoop back down to make sure it's okay. Because at each level, depending on what your background is. See, some people may come up in the corporate world and may have been into a structured setting. Some people might be figuring the thing out. Some of y'all might be just young, coming out of high school or coming out of college and just going all in it. You don't understand the principles of how to have a structured system, right? And my case was, I was coming from a background that I didn't go to corporate world. I didn't do the corporate thing. So I was corporate myself. So I had to figure this whole thing out. And so as I'm putting policies and procedures together to get myself out the business, you find out that you got kinks and stuff in the business. So you have to swoop on back down. So every time I did it, though, I always thought about cost management. People don't show up. I'm like, man, I don't have to pay them. I get to go in. And some of y'all, man, I'm going to tell you, keep this in your mind. And I know we're not talking about adversity, but keep this in your mind when your people don't show up. You're saving on labor. And you get to go in and do inspections. It's not one time that I don't remember, that I can remember that I was in my business and I had people that were, and I wanted them to be in there. Now, I was with my franchise, and I'm only talking about that part right now. And I wanted people to be in the building. I didn't care if I was losing $230 a month. How did I get through that? When I was losing on some buildings, $230 and sometimes $400 a month, I'll tell you in a minute. But what I wanted to do is, hold on, wait a minute. But what I wanted to do was, I wanted to be able to build my business without me in it, right? So every time somebody got into the building and I had to go to the building, I would think of it like this: I'm not paying for labor, and I get to do my inspections. And I'm telling you, on my way down there, I put my AirPods in, and I will cut back on my labor, and I'll make sure my business is up to par. Because you're gonna have people call out anyway. So you might as well look at it as, hey, man, I'm getting this together. See the positive in the situation, right? All right. So one thing, analyzing and reducing. Let me put my notes in front of me, because we got notes. We're going to analyze and reduce operational costs. All right. So one of the things that I always worked about, I was big on, is getting proper equipment. So right, so when I started off, I wanted to get enough equipment that I could put in the buildings and people didn't have to take from building to building. I see a lot of entrepreneurs now, they're taking their stuff from a building to building. Now, what that did for me is, when I was in the buildings, it got me in and out quicker. Now, if you looking at your investments in time and you can get in and get out, then you'll make more money on the back end. So by me going in and knocking these buildings out and having them stocked and spending my money in the front, I broke down the time. I didn't have to go in and have to unload my. I had to stuff the stuff back in there. No, I went in there. I was ready to go. Got the keys, got in the building, got out the building, and then went on to the next building. Put my stuff up, made sure I kept coming back. So it got me out in and out quicker. That was one of the things. Another thing that I did to bring down my cost efficiency is have higher jobs. Sometimes we could get bigger jobs, right? So we have strip and wax, uh, carpet clean, things like that, right? So while you in the beginning stages and you putting people into your building, you start learning them specialty things, and that will help you to bring down your operational costs. But I would kind of offset my operational costs because I was doing bigger jobs that I could get paid like $30 to $40 an hour, sometimes $100 an hour. Do a good strip and wax, and you in there doing it yourself or with a team. You'll pay them $20 an hour. You go in there and knock it out, and then you'll get a lot so you can pay for those other buildings that you got people in doing your steady work. That's how I was doing it, right? So another thing that helps you to cut back on costs is to streamline your your processes. In the beginning, you are the process. All right, you do everything. But how I've started to see now with virtual assistants, I streamline my processes on the back end. What am I thing doing now? My printer right here is making a noise. But I streamline my process on the back end now. So I was focusing on building my company with my boots on the ground. I say this to a lot of people now. Now I'm looking to streamline the process from the back end. I put the processes in my admin and my bookkeeping and my systems online, right? And so how to get on social media and how to do that stuff. So that way now I can focus more on the other thing. And it's been working way better than how I was putting my building it the first time when I said I was building my business, because it was me inside. Now it's me inside, but I'm training my admin. It's me inside of getting the policies and procedures together, and that's making efficiency goes that much faster. And so that's one of the things that I would say that I'm building it different now than I was in the beginning. We're talking about some of the things to help you build and take yourself to 20,000, right? 20,000 is something I hit 2 times. I hit it twice. I built it over there with 20,000 a month. We're talking, right? Not a year, but I just had to say it for some people. So I did it with my franchise real swiftly. That first year, I grossed over 225, and then I left my franchise and had to do it again with my cleaning company. My own cleaning company. And so I did it 2 times, and I did it different. I did it different both times. So I want to share some of those tips with you. And again, one of the first things is analyzing and reducing operational costs. Who you got in the building? Are they efficient? Sometimes we have to put older people in the building because they're more reliable, right? But so what I was doing at that time, I was paying per building, not per hour. I know some people say, "Hey, do you pay per hour? Do you pay per building?" Well, that would this term, what's the word? That would depends. That's the word I'm looking at. That would depend on what part of the journey that I was on. Because I've tried it both ways. See, sometimes you pay people per building and they don't like that pay because they used to how much I'm making per hour. So I used to pay people per hour, but then they'll take a long time with the older people. So some of them I did pay per building, and some of them I did pay per hour. Now I just pay per building. I just pay per building now because it's just that much easier than to do both ways. But for me, I had to figure it out. Right. I know you may listen to some people say, "Hey, I pay per job and I pay per hour." You got some people clocking in and clocking out. In the beginning stages, sometimes you don't even know if you're running with W-2s or 1099s. You don't know if you want to have people in the building doing your Airbnbs, or you got your people in here doing your moving and move outs. If you got your people doing your moving and move outs, someone might be dirtier than the other. And if you're paying per hour, you might be losing per hour. I've had sometimes I showed up on an Airbnb. I'm in an Airbnb on a moving and move out clean. I had 2 people in there and they worked 4 hours longer than they were supposed to. So I'm losing, right? But those are the lessons that you learn along the way. You have to make sure that you are looking at your reducing your operational costs. Do you have people that's in there that's quicker in your quicker buildings? That's another thing that I started to do. I started to analyze, okay, if this person I'm paying this way, I need to put them in some of these buildings that I know they can get in and out quicker, right? That way my overall labor, overall cost will be better. So I started looking at my business from a holistic view than just each building. Because that was one thing hey, I'm gonna put you in this building. Now, if the buildings were close together, I would put people in those buildings because of the labor of going from building to building, right? I mean, the travel time. But then what will happen is if I put people in a certain area and that building is not a good fit for their cleaning style, then I will get a lot of complaints from that person. Right. And so that's another thing. Now, another thing about reducing and cutting costs. Let me make sure I got the right. Oh, maximizing profitability. I'm reading the wrong thing. So maximizing profitability is making sure that you have an inspector. Now, I didn't put this on my notes, but I want to make sure that this is one of my biggest mistakes that I had growing to get in my business, because when I was starting and when you going on getting your company, you want to listen to people and they say they're doing a good job. Man, I know how to clean. I know how to clean. You come to find out that everybody know how to clean ain't knowing how to clean. But what I did was looking at to maximize my profitability. I didn't want to pay. I didn't have the excess income to pay the inspector. Think about it: 22% coming out. Then I got to pay 4 times the building that I get. Mine was on the 3 times, so let me just be honest. It was 3 times as much. So if I got 200 a month extra, I had to pay $600 before I could get it. And my strategy was to just have them take it all out the first 4 months. I'm pay y'all off everything I owe you in 4 months. So for the first 4 months, I would gamble on taking the loss in the building and doing some odd works to make up for it. And then after that 4th month, I would start to see my profit. Now, I said 4 months taking the loss. After that 4th month, I wasn't in the profit. I was seeing profit from the building. All right, let me break it down. If you take a loss for 4 months, it may take you 3 or 4 more months to make up the losses that you was taking for them 4 months to actually get into profitability. That's the situation that I was in. Before 8 to 9 months, 7 to 8 months, I wasn't making a profit on the building. I was still making them buildings pop though. Because the thing is, I was looking for long-term success. I knew I was going to make sure I was going to be in there. So I would work my strip and wax. I would work my carpet cleans. I would work my high dust, and I would do my deep cleaning in my kitchen. I would do my tile and grout. You know what I mean? I would take all of those and I would be in there doing them. I was learning. I was young in the game. And I knew I wanted to learn how to make more money. So I was doing all of that. Right. And so inside of doing that, I was making the excess money to actually filter or put the money over into where I was taking the loss into the business. And then I would see, as long as I did good customer service and I stayed on point, I would start to get into my business and I start making money 8 months on it in the road. And I wasn't letting them go. I'm not losing them. No, because I was in the buildings. But what changed was when I started getting out the buildings. This is what we talk about, the systems, right? The processes, smart processes. You have processes that help you stay in the buildings. I mean, in the build processes that keep your business with you. Let's say it that way. And one of my biggest ones that I failed on in the earlier stages was inspections. I didn't see the need, or I didn't have the resources. Well, I didn't make the resources. I didn't put them in my processes. Because I would have put them in my processes, I would have made a way to make the money. That's just how it is. But I didn't put them in the processes because I was figuring everybody was going to do the good job. And then I was figuring that I have time to go check on the buildings. But business came in. So not only am I doing the strip and wax is taxing on your body. You got teammates that you're doing big buildings with. You got specials. So now you don't have time after you do that to go back and do your inspections. So then over the time, if you get into a rut of doing that, you'll take losses, which I did. I learned lessons. And I realized that an inspector is definitely somebody that helps you help like your process, right? So that's one of them now. All right. So another thing I just talked about is strip and wax. Strip and wax, carpet cleans, tile and grout, auto scrubs, pressure washing. Man, it's so many things that you can add on. I just recently went into one of my builders and added on upholstery cleaning because I had an upholstery machine. It was about $150. I seen it and I had another client that wanted to do it. And so since I was going to make the money on the job to go get my own little bit of one that I would just do some upholstery with, I wasn't getting none of them big gigantic machines because I wasn't going into doing upholstery for everybody. I was just doing one job. But this is why I'm saying how you can streamline and add productivity to your building. Your business, because that's what I was doing with my franchise. When they would call for anything like a strip and wax or kitchen clean, yes, kitchen clean with the grease, I was in there. And that was before I knew about the getting the boots on and for your slip and slide. I was pressure washing that thing with some tennis shoes on, slipping and sliding for real. But I was in there though. I was in there. And those are how I dirty, grimy. I remember grease all on the bottom of my pants, cleaning out the fryers and stuff. But that was how I was making my extra income. And see, sometimes you got to get dirty, man. It never fails. I catch somebody in the cleaning business that say, man, why we got to clean something so dirty? And I'm like, well, what? But you hear the clean, right? But then they don't want to clean. I don't understand it. But when I was grinding, I didn't have those type of breaks on my pressure. It's all I got. See, some of us too choosy. We choose it, lovers. You know what I mean? We want to choose what we want to make money with, and it's all about getting to another destination. If in my area, my niche is not going in, like say for instance, I want daycares, and they not everybody out of daycare saying no. You think I'm gonna get mad? And you think I'm not gonna go to the medical facilities, or go to the houses, or go to the whatever parking lots, bus stops? I'm cleaning bathrooms at the bus stop if I need to. You know what I mean? Just because I got to find my niche. And see, I talk and I coach people right there, and I don't like that. I don't want to do that. And then they struggling, they choking their business, but they don't want to do that. Think of it as a company, not as a person. Your business is an individual. It's an entity. Some of us have an LLC, means we have a living, breathing entity. It's not us. So you might not want to clean that park bench, but your company can. Okay, we'll go on to that later on. We'll go on to that later on. That might be. You say, man, I am my company. No, let's go on. Let's go. Let me check out some of these right here before I get back into it, because let me see. We got some folks in here. All right, all around checking in. We got that. I appreciate you checking in. All right, hey Aquaman, good seeing you, Aquaman. Mm-hmm. All around, good seeing you. I love the camaraderie. Yes, sir. All right, 100%. I appreciate your care cleaning services. Is net 15 better to receive when you just start to hire instead of net 30? Ooh, that's a good one. See, I love when I get the energy like this. Because see, I didn't even have to talk about that, but I got to go into this one because hey, that took me on. Hey, you said I sit up. I'm ready for this one. Because look, I'm gonna tell you something. All right. I'm gonna say yes. Real quick because I'm gonna tell you why. See, I have to tell a story behind a lot of the things because I didn't figure this thing out. Back the story up to the franchise. See, franchise do a net 30. Now, when you start in with my franchise, I got my first account at August the 1st. August the 1st of 2017, I started my first contract. I was amazed by it, and I remember when it was because I had just got out like 4 months ago. Now, what I realized at that first month, I made over $8,000 in my business. Now, I have never made under $8,500 a month in my business. Never, ever. Not even since I've been in business. Right? Never. But the thing that I'm saying is I started with a franchise and I put my money into it. Right? I went the hard road. I took the harder road. Right? And then I had to rebuild. Right, but I did. But this is why I say the net 30 and the net 15. Right, let's get into that because when I got into my franchise, they had the capital, they had the brand, they had the thing, but I was in it learning it. So I got into it August 1st, got my clean. I'm in here cleaning. I got my business. I'm cleaning, right? I got some more accounts. I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning. January, August, September. I'm cleaning. I ain't got no money though. I'm cleaning. I ain't got paid. This point in time, I was going. It was like August. My son's son, he was younger playing football, and I used to want to ride up. And he was like 45 minutes stay with his mom at the time. And I'm like, man, I want to ride up, but I ain't had no money. So I used to get to the games early because they was $5 cover charge to get in. I used to get the game early, sit in the hot sun, so I could watch my boy play because I ain't had no $5 to put in the gas, right? And if I put the $5 in the gas, I can't get into the game. But if I go 30 to 45 minutes early, sit in the, you know what I mean, high school, you know what I mean, before they get there, and I can see my son's son. But I say that to say that's what net 30 did to me. I worked, and I did that for a whole long time. Now, when that net 30 started kicking in, it was good. And I'm getting my money, all right? I'm getting my money. It's kicked in, but I'm getting it through the franchise. Now, I started on my own, and what you think I did? What I knew, I did the net 30. I get my own buildings. I'm doing my net 30. Now, remember I said that I went from August to September without getting paid. I didn't get paid till October. right? Net 30 means I work 30 days. You got 30 days to pay me. So if I started on August 1st, it was 60 days before I got paid. Now I got paid over $8,000, which was a blessing, and I ain't looked back since. But when I did it for myself, I forgot about those 2 months. And those 2 months hurt me when I did it independently. Because not only did I build myself up to do that with not the backing of my franchise, I also don't have, the finances, right? Nor when I'm starting getting these other jobs and I'm paying people for these jobs, I'm taking resources that I'm making here and paying them before I get my money back. So I kept myself struggling, even though I was making money. I've been doing that for a while. So I'm gonna stop on right there because I don't want to get into that story, because that story right there goes deep. But I definitely tell you, if you can get your money net 15, get it net 15 immediately. Get it as soon as possible. Get it as soon as possible. Net 15 is great. But what I realized, the more that I got into business, and I just went back and looked at some of my contracts, right? Because see, when I was in my early days, I didn't look at the contracts and I look at some of the things because I didn't want to get bogged down by the fee. A lot of times when people say, "Hey, you start a franchise," and I know I'm not bashing them, but they have a lot of fees that come out, right? But I didn't want to have no malice into my business, so I didn't look at the fees. I just kept on grinding. My money was coming up. I was making my money. I didn't care how much money they made, as long as I was making mine. I didn't realize till recently when I was using my um old proposals to do something. I'm doing some examination on pricing and stuff like that to use with my GPT. All right. So we ain't gonna get onto that, but I'm doing on pricing on how to have your AI, your GPT to actually do the own pricing for you. All you have to do is actually put your bid, I mean your walkthrough form into the GPT and it spits out the price and everything. I mean, it's cold. It's cold. I just ain't really showed people that yet because I'm fine tuning it. But if you want here now, you just gotta you just got a tip. That's amazing too how you do it. Just and it spit out and you, man, it's cold. Wait till I show y'all. But so I was back looking at my proposals and stuff, man, and I realized they were charging them net 15s but paying me net 30. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that. So they was making sure they got their bread before I was making sure I got mine. Before I got mine, and when I did my business doing independent, I didn't do that piece. So I was doing net 30, but I was paying people right then up front. They were getting paid there, so I'm paying them before I'm getting mine. And then when mine is late, we call cash flow management, right? That's called cash flow management. It sucks. My cash flow management sucked for a while. But great question, man. Great question. Hope I answered it, man. Hope I answered and gave you a little bit of back history on how you can actually mess your business up by doing net 30. And if you do net 30, make sure you can pay people net 45, right? That would be a tip too, because hey, you want your money up front. I'm gonna tell you that happens. That know it. You want your money before you have to pay out. Just know that for real. Even when you get to post construction, if you're not doing post construction, you're just doing regular cleaning. Post construction is a beast because sometimes you getting with them general contractors and they got 5 or 6 different contractors, sometimes 20 or 30 on them, right? Plumber, lawn care, electrician. I mean, all of those painter. You know what I mean? You. And so sometimes that bread could be held off 30 to 60 days. And if you paying people up front and you got jobs going and you got bills at home, hey, it get rough. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. So net 15, net 15. That's what I say. All right. Let me see. Identify additional current resources. Then we talking about extra resources that we have. So one of the things I say, all right, let's see what we got here. Somebody texting me. Oh, hold on. Oh, all right. So yeah, diversifying the services offered. Um, like I say, window cleaning, carpet cleaning. Those right there are real big. I have a 7-day business email challenge that's coming out. I'm getting it together, and it's for my cleaning business owners. And we're gonna I want to help people kickstart their business, right? I want to make business fun. Like as you continue to follow me, I'm gonna have games and stuff. Like let's work together and get feedback on how it went. And I have a 7-day email challenge that's coming out that when y'all see it, you sign up for it. It's gonna be free. I just want to get some life and have some fun in this thing with technology and AI and VAs and all of this stuff that I have my hands on. It makes me be able to think more. I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's do a challenge. And those that's with it, we're going to challenge. And on one of the days, we have to come up with a extra services that you could offer your clients or the people that you may be. If you're new into the game, it's going to be, if you got it, what about your packages, right? So I'm going to send out some packages that I have for some of my clients. And then you think about some of the things that you could do with your clients. Churches, upholstery cleaning, carpet cleaning. We shouldn't have to do too much high dusting if you got a regular client, but sometimes you got those clients that need that deep quarterly cleaning. They want a deep quarterly cleaning, and so they got that. You got some people that want pressure washing done right in the front, right? Sometimes we don't do outside. We got outside getting them cobwebs outside the building, because I don't do all around the building. Like I had a church, and on some of the entrances, the cobwebs are building up, right? Hey, we can take care of that for you. They didn't know that. They just thought we was cleaning, right? I just had a client the other day that they have cobwebs inside of their warehouse. Like if you look in the top of the warehouse, it's an industrial building. They got those long cobwebs up top. So they called the pest exterminator. They called it the person that sprayed for the pests. And they were telling them about the cobweb. And I was like, no, we get that. We get the cobweb, because they didn't know that the cleaning company would do it. They thought it was a pest control thing. So some of those things right there, you could just add on, man. Like I said, one of the biggest things that I've added on recently. Oh, another one was a steam cleaners. Got the little steam cleaner. Man, when I bought the steam cleaner, when I first got it, man, it made its money back really quick. Because then you could get inside, you could steam clean some of the like in food places, there was a Subway, and where you keep your those are no Subway, you keep your food up there where they the lettuce and all that. Well, you got inside of them, you got little crevices that don't get clean with the brush. So you go in there with that steam clean, charge them and steam clean that whole little table for them, and then boom, there you go, right? So I had a couple of Subways I was working that on, but that's with adding revenue, right? Adding revenue to your business. And it's really easier to sell this a client that you have than to get new clients. Like marketing dollars are spent so much more, millions of marketing dollars are spent to get new clients. That's why, as I was studying the banks would rather give you your $35 or $40 late fee or overdraft fee or whatever. No, come on, overdraft. All right, your business booming, you ain't no overdraft. Well, let me tell you this. If you do have an overdraft, a bank will allow, and I'm just saying, not a lot, but they'll give you that back, because they would rather spend them 35, 45, 7, whatever dollars to keep you as a client than having to market you to bring you back. So me knowing that, I said, okay, cool. How can I use it with my new client? Well, going in and offering your new client, your existing clients, our services. It's easier to keep them, to get them going, than to have to get new services. I don't know if y'all got how I put that together, but that's how I end up putting it together. And maybe with some other knowledge that I got and it downloaded in my brain, it came out like that. But that's what I know. I remember, like, man, I'm hearing this. I'm like, hey, darn, that's why they do that. They do that. And then I'm starting to realize a lot of customers, a lot of businesses would take the small loss just to keep you as a client. So I'm like, okay. That means a client that they have now is gold. It's worth more than get, So, all right. So another thing, what we could do is subscription based. And I'll say, when I say subscription based model, I mean like a contract. I got some cleaning companies that do month to month. See, month to month is fine, but you can actually determine your cash flow coming in when you get them under a contract. Now, how I do mine is I lock everybody on a year contract, and it increase inside of the contract, and you have to write email in to cancel. I got people on there for 2 years that didn't even know they was on the contract. They done switched over and everything. They switched managers, and I've been still cleaning. One of them just canceled like last month. They was like, man, we didn't even know you were still cleaning. I said, yeah, I go to contract. He's like, man, we on the new management. I said, okay, I'll let you out. But I let them out with a written notice. They wrote in there, and they was right. We've been under there 2 years. They ain't had no problem. They ain't said nothing. But they switched over, and then they've been cleaning it in. cleaning it themselves. But subscription-based models, that's what I would call that. It's more of a making sure they stay on, man, stay on. Even with stripping wax, right? You want to build that into the deal. I have some people ask us, do we do that? And I'm like, yeah, we do build it into the deal. We'll come in and give you an initial deep clean, and we could give you a monthly, 6-month deep clean if that's what you want to put into the bill. But some people don't even ask that, right? You figure if you're in there cleaning the building, why would they need a deep clean in 6 months? They probably do need a deep clean. There's other things that we don't, might not see. They might need a full wipe down. They might feel better if you come in and bring your team there 6 months and just touch everything. That's what I did. Yeah, we in there cleaning and we do everything. But then on the deep clean time, we go in there, we bring 3 people in there, we get it in there, wipe walls down, disinfect things. It's just a different level of clean, but we still clean the building, right? And it still keep it up to par. And they do that once a year. All right, so that's something else that you could do. Now, upselling and cross-selling. I just started this one to bring more profitability to my cleaning business. I started to go out and find strategic partners. Now, if you're in the W.A.D.E Global Software, we got the CRM, or my guys with the clean business, y'all got a CRM as well. And you have anybody that has a CRM, get inside your CRM and start to tag those people. Now, I don't know if you learned about tagging, but when you start using your CRM, yes, you got the app, right? You go inside your app, right? And then you start to put in your contacts. And when you put in your contacts, you want to make sure that you use those custom tags. Create a tag for your contact. Now, I teach my team to do at least 2 tags, and this is why. When you start to run your email campaigns, you want to make sure that you specify who you're running them to. So we're doing email campaigns, and we want to tag all of our commercial cleaning buildings, or we want to tag all our residential people, or we want to tag all our churches, or we want to tag all our industrial buildings, or we want to get everybody that we've done floor cleaning for, right? Because then you want to tailor, specifically tailor. I want to send these to you. I don't want to have to go through my CRM and find every one of them. Oh yeah, we did. I remember we did their floors. Oh, no, we just high dusting with them. No, go in there and get you a tag, because you put it inside your thing and you pull up the tag for all the floor cleaning that you've done, and then you have a list of them in the tag, and then you send all of them a 20% off floor cleaning special. You know what I mean? You don't want to hit them with your residentials. All right, I might be going too far for some people right now. But if you get me, then let me know you got me. If you don't, then let me know to slow down, because I don't know where you are in the journey. So I want to make sure I give something to everybody from my beginning of my journey to where I am now, and how I'm doing more to acquire more contracts is being more dynamic, right? I'm being more dynamic. I'm not just going in as I went in there first, as just a cleaner, right? Just going in there cleaning the buildings and looking just to get my people into a good job. Some of us starting the cleaning business or starting the business right now and was like, man, I just want to offer my people better wage, right? And really, let me be honest with you, some of your people don't want to work. So if you offer them $20, $30 an hour, they still ain't gonna work. I'm gonna just tell you from my experiences. You starting the business. I hear a lot of people tell me that. Man, I'm just trying to offer my people better jobs and offer them better work. They might not want to clean. They might not want to help you. And so some of those things that I went through to understand that it's all on me, right? Sometimes when you go in there offering people better opportunities or offering people better jobs, some of the times I'm telling you, we talking about maximizing your cleaning business profitability. Truth be told, to maximize the profitability, sometimes it's better to get away from them people you know. I'm just gonna speak my profit, my thing, because the people that's closer to me, I want to pay a higher wage. I want to, and I'm not saying is I'm paying them higher over other people. What I'm saying is that when we get jobs, I want to make sure that I get a bigger bulk. If I can go get somebody else for like $20 an hour, I may bring somebody else that I know 25 an hour, and we're gonna knock it on out, right? But what I'm realizing is the people that you pay outside of the people, less trouble, less profit. Less trouble, pay less, and they show up better. So sometimes you may be messing up your profitability on your cleaning company by wanting to keep those people close to you. I heard other people say that. And you want to have, you got your brother around there and you want to make him a manager, so you want to pay him manager salary, and you ain't even making manager quality. You ain't even got the system for the manager yet. But you're like, man, bro, come on, man. I see a gold mine. And so you choking the business to pay somebody to take on the journey when they probably don't even show up like you want them to show up anyway, because they know you. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about profitability. But in profitability, having the right people on the team makes sense. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We got some more questions in here. Hopefully, I'm answering something and staying relevant. All right. So let's say another thing, leveraging technology. All right, so to reduce costs. Now, this is a good one for me. This is a good one for me because being that I got into a cleaning business and being as that I didn't know too much about technology or software at the time, I was doing everything through the papers, right? Now it seems crazy, but I had folders and a filing cabinet, one of them old filing cabinets, and I was getting stuff. And when I was out handling my business, I didn't have access to it. Then I started to get DocuSign, and I started to use Google Drive, and I started to say, you know what, that saves on a lot of things. I don't have to print stuff off. It's easier for me to get. And not only that, when I start to use technology, it streamlines some of my processes, right? It even helps me to manage my supplies by using software. Because once I can tell that you're putting in a supply, like you say, hey, we got a channel that this needs supplies or this needs supplies. I could see when the last time I bought supplies, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, hold up. At first, I was just buying supplies. Man, they say, hey, I need supplies, and they, well, I go get it, right? And then I start putting technology and start putting systems. I have people filling out forms. And hey, I need you to check when you need a supply, make sure you check this off when it's in the software. Check this off and let me see what you need. And so that my team can put it inside the buildings. And now I can see how cost effective software and technology is. Reduces labor. Right? Chat GPT, you don't need no admin. A lot of times people don't need admin. You don't need somebody to write your emails and take that time out. You can use technology to actually cut down a lot of that. Now you have a lot of access to technology, right? To actually cut a lot of your admin costs down. We got QuickBooks and stuff like that. You don't have no longer have to. And I'm just gonna go older than I am for business, but to show you how technology cuts down on the operational costs. You have to sometimes you had a CPA or a bookkeeper, right? Now that you learn how to automatically tag some of your expenses, it's easy for your CPA at the end of the year just to know what you've been spending. So with those softwares that you may be spending $99 a month or whatever it is, it makes you more efficient, right? And that's like a good cost. It makes you more efficient because now you can manage your finances. And then it makes it easier for the people that's telling you how to get yourself in position for real estate because they say, oh man, you organized, right? So all of that type of stuff, you said I threw real estate in there. All of that type of stuff, man, kind of helps out. All right. So using smart tools and equipment. All right. This is a big one for me too. I started off saying that I like to get quality equipment. I said in one of my videos, are you putting out a cheap product using cheap products? I know a lot of time we want to go to Dollar Tree, and I'm not saying it don't work. No, before I get for y'all, before you get on to me, I'm not saying it don't work. But my mindset of how I put into something, if I come with the quality stuff, I'm gonna give a quality job. And that might just be me, but that's just how I think. And so I go in and I get good quality products. I get good quality vacuum. When I started, I did have me some of them $49 at Walmart vacuums upright. I got 17 banks at one time. So I had to fill them and I didn't have the money to put commercial grade upright vacuums in each one. So I went to Walmart and got about 10 vacuums for like $49, spent like $5.60 something for the vacuums and put them in there, right? And I was good, right? And I had 17 banks. I said 10 vacuums, but they went two at a time. So some person would have to take a vacuum from one bank to the other bank and leave it there, then start at the other bank the next time and take it to the other bank. That's another thing. But that's what it was. That's what it was like. But good smart tools. One of the best investments that I got when I was doing my business when I was in there, when I was grinding, was a cordless backpack vacuum with the extra battery. Man, I'm talking about that's like a Monte Carlo. Some of y'all car enthusiasts, Man, that's like whatever that is, man. A quarter backpack vacuum with the extra battery. What I'm talking about that right there. Come on, man. Because what that did was that extra battery, it was $700 for the extra battery, I think. So the whole thing for the backpack, the two batteries cost about 2,000, right? So, but you could get one of them corded backpacks for like 500, right? I get it. I get it. I get it. Now, them corded backpacks is what the backpack vacuum, the protein, I put them in the buildings for my cleaners. But the one that I needed where you could just turn that thing on. I didn't have to go back and unplug. I didn't do. Man, I walked around the building with my spray, a rag, and my backpack on, wiping and spraying at the same time. Vacuum in one room, wipe the room down, and kept on going. But the thing about that vacuum too, I didn't have to roll the cord up at the end. I had to put it around my arm, roll it up. I jumped it, threw it right in the car, went to the next building, put that thing on, pop that thing on, turn that thing on. Right when I walked in, I started vacuuming sometime. All right. Y'all cleaning. All right, let's say you walk in and start vacuuming. Yeah. On some of my buildings, I don't like to clean the same way. So I will vacuum sometimes, and sometimes I will have to vacuum again. But I just, when I'm walking in, if I know it's an office building and I know that it ain't gonna be too much stuff on the table to wipe off, I'm coming in with my backpack, moving the trash can. I might change the trash as I'm walking through. Right when I get in, I don't even have to go to the janitor's closet. I go with the backpack, start cleaning, changing trash. By the time I get to the janitor's closet, I done the trash and the vacuuming. Now I'm wiping down, and I keep trash bags in the bottom of my trash cans too. So that's how, I take that out, put that one in, tie it up on the end, and hey, come on, man. And if you got a big trash can, and it's not, big trash can, you get that one first, like one of them big kitchen ones. You get that, and then you put the little ones inside of that. As long as it ain't done dripping, oh yeah, you can knock the whole building out without pushing that cart. And see, I had to learn some of those things because I was with my franchise. They were taking down my bread, and I had to go ahead and get in and get out. So, and I had to make sure that I was excelling. So I had to figure out, how can I do this in the same amount of time as somebody else while they taking more money and I'm still gonna get the profit. I made it through, and I had to do what I had to do. So I made it through. So I figured out a lot of little shortcuts and things. Well, I won't say shortcuts, efficient way of cleaning. Because people take shortcuts all the time, and I don't want to say shortcuts because I ain't about what I'm about. We got some more. I see we got some people in there, man. Where y'all from? Chime in and say where you're from. What do you do to cut operational costs on your business? How are you getting more profitable in your company? Right? What are some of the things you're doing? Do you have to cut back on salary? Right? It's been recently. I had to cut rid of some people. I had to get rid of some people. I lost a couple of buildings this year. I'm not ashamed to say it. I love to talk about my losses. And when whoever tune in to me gonna understand, I talk about losses a lot because those are the lessons. It's not that I ain't winning, because I'm gonna always tell you about the wins, because I'm winning. Like, I'm winning. Even when I lose, I win. One of my guys said, man, how you lose and you win? If I lose some money, I won something internally. Correct character gonna get you there. Charisma gonna get you there, but character will keep you there. Sometimes you get to making too much, you get to not making too much, you get to doing too much, and sometimes you got to look around and say, hey, hey, I was doing this, I was doing too much. Let me slow down or something, And those are lessons that get you to that next level. It don't stop you; it makes you rise high. So I like to talk about those a lot. So some of the lessons that I took along the way. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I'm back on the equipment again. I see the enhanced communication and coordination. But we're gonna just go on with this because I forgot what I was on. I forgot what I was talking about. A little bit. My mind drew a blank. But enhancing communication and coordination. Get you some software. Maximizing your profitability for your cleaning business. Get you some software. I started off using Slack. Now, if you don't have, I don't know if you're commercial or residential, whatever you're in, but get you a software. Slack was amazing for me because I could put different channels different buildings into different channels, and I could put people in different buildings so I could keep all my business together. And what that does for my profitability is, again, it helped me not run around a lot. right? Because now I have multiple people in the same building, and when I was having my team, I could have somebody in that area go check that building. They have a problem, somebody else can answer. They don't have to be me. Right. So that's what that helped me with. It helped me because I could focus more on something else. I did not have my phone. I didn't have my phone buzzing all the time to where I'm sitting at home working, or I'm sitting on my trying. I'm looking to do some of my back end office, and I'm constantly bombarded mentally. I can't focus right here because my phone is chirping. Like I know that when this ding-a-ling goes off, it's a Slack message, and I know there's business. I can get to it when I want to get to it. All right. So some of those things I did to help my profitability when I started. Do you have anything that you do for cost management?
If you think it could be serious.
No, that's not serious, Siri. It's not that serious. Do you have anything for cost management that you're doing? Where are you at in the game? We got a couple of people in here. Do you want to talk? Let's see what's going on. What are you doing for cost management? If any one of y'all cleaning companies in there, how do you manage your costs? What are you finding some of the biggest things about cash flow management? Because I want to talk about cash flow management in one of the videos as soon as I start to get more on this thing, because cash flow management could definitely hurt your business. What my guy said right here, my cleaning company here, I don't know, net 15 or net 30. That could definitely, that right there, that could definitely hurt your business, because I was struggling. I was struggling. I went to the Clean Business Network, and I went in, and somebody said they get paid up front. I was like, wow. Some people get paid up front, but I was struggling with mine because I got into that philosophy. I got into that philosophy of net 30s and paying people at the end of the week or end of the 2 weeks. And my cash flow management sucked for about 2-3 years. Dude, I was making over 20,000 a month, still struggling in my business. And I'm like, what? That's why I laid with this right here, Secrets to Building 20,000. I've done it a couple of times. I have not got over highest YouTube about 40,000, but it wasn't consistent. It wasn't there. And then my franchise took about 15 of it, so it came down to about 25, but it was a $40,000 growth. But the thing is, what happened when I got back to it on my own is that I stepped away and the system wasn't again. That process that I talked about earlier, streamlining business processes, I built the company with me inside of it again. Knowing that I built the company. So some of y'all that's in the cleaning business, whether your Airbnb, your residential moving and move out, your maid services, or you janitorial, or you even cutting grass. If you inside your business, right, you have a mindset that you're building. You're building the company round. You see things different. You in it different. You see things different. I built my company inside the franchise, in the company. And when I got out and built a cent on my own, I built it in the company. So when I got to a certain point and I was moving out to do some other things to help other cleaning business grow, as you know, that's what we're seeing on. I'm like, man, let me do it. I know some. I know exactly what worked. I did this twice, right? And so I did that, and I realized some of the systems and the processes wasn't together. I didn't have the SOPs. I didn't have some of these things that you do. Hey, when we go in clean into the right. Right? Some people that just go in and you go clean. What is your process? How do you train your cleaners? Are you telling them, hey man, you just go figure out how you clean? Or are you specifically saying, this is how we do our cleaners here in the cleaning solutions? We come into a building and we look immediately to the right. And we start from the top down. Now, when you go around here, we want to make sure we're high dusting, make sure the high dusting is together, and then we're going to look at all horizontal ledges. That means going down from the ceiling fans to the bookshelves to the tables, the desks that people use, the tops of the monitors. We want to make sure we get the bottom of the chairs. Now, after you do all of those, and you get the windows ledges, and make sure that you also get the picture frames, the horizontal. When you get those, then you want to go out and you want to vacuum your floor. And when you vacuum around the room from the right. You move your trash can out. You make sure you look around the trash can to make sure you don't have any spots on the walls on your wipe. Are you doing it that way? Or are you just going in here and saying, hey, here's how we clean, watch me? Because that's how I was doing it. I was, man, look, let me show you how to do this. And I was showing them. I wasn't telling them. I was saying, all right, we do this. And I'm showing them because, see, I'm thinking I'm training them, right? But I ain't giving them no paper to read, nothing. Because, see, it's different ways of learning. Some people can watch you. You hear some people say, I got to learn by doing it. Some people like reading it. Some people hearing it, right? They can hear it on the audio and be like, oh man, I got that, right? But not taking that consideration. Me, I'm getting you in and trying to show you what to do so I can go do another building. So, hey man, here's how you do this. Now I'm saying all horizontal ledges. I'm not breaking it down what a horizontal ledge is. I'm telling you this is a horizontal. Michael Jordan jump up as vertical. This is horizontal. All right. Now you understand what horizontal is. Now, all horizontal ledges. That's how I was doing it. And I'm thinking that they understood, but a lot of them didn't. Like right there on the side of it, you got one of them chairs that got them handles, and right there on the side, not what a handle is, like sitting in your chair, your doctor's office chair, right? And you see how you put your arms right there. Some of those chairs got that wood piece right there on where you're sitting at, right beside it. It be dusted right there. Some of them don't see that. You know what I mean? I'll show you a video about it. Some of them don't get that little dust right there. Ascent Cleaning Solutions get that dust right there in your chair. So, how are your policies and procedures going? That's one of the things that I say is very, very vital on key to your growth, right? As you grow in your business, make sure you got some structure to it. Structure your company. Um, don't allow again, don't allow that. And now you have Chat GPT. Like it's such an easier way to do this thing now. You can prompt that thing and get out of it. Take out your asterisks out of it though. When you copy and paste it, I know y'all use it. Take out your asterisk, kind of make it look better. I don't that don't get lazy, just copy and paste it and just put it on there and send it out. Go in there, take out your asterisks and your number signs and make it legible. Go put some spaces in there. Go in there, maybe italics it or go in there and bold it up so it can bring some do something to it. Dress it up. It's easy enough that you could just prompt it and we get it. Don't get lazy. I see people getting lazy with Chat GPT. They just copy and paste it. Boom boom. That's just it. Like that is it. That's how you're gonna do it. But anyway, but make sure put yourself into it, get into it because see, I truly believe the more you put into it is how the best way you get out of it, right? Get it for your company. That's another thing. Make sure you're getting it to right inside your company. Now we're not supposed to be talking about AI, but W.A.D.E will be something that we'll be pushing off. I'm getting more AI tools involved. But W.A.D.E Global, started with W.A.D.E Global. You see how we starting to step things up with some other things. We haven't tapped into all the way just using AI yet, but we're using it a lot. All right, and so I want to get a little bit more before I actually just put it out there. We've been working with it for about 6 months though, so yeah, we got some big things in store. And it's not even like don't want to make it fake. We gotta make it real. And it's ways, man. If y'all ain't tuned in because you're working and doing too much, you got to get with some people that has time to actually study some of them things to take your business to the next level. It's the way the world is right now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You have so much more capabilities of succeeding because you can work with people in different areas. Like I got my team calling for 5 different cleaning companies in 5 different areas, right? And I realized listening to somebody saying I only need to make $8,333, $8,333 a month in the location. Get you 5 locations. That's 100,000 a year. Say 10,000 a month. Well, I did that in my area. Pretty simple. That could be within 5 buildings, 2,000 a piece. You know what I mean? Or you could be 10 buildings. All right. So if you could do that and you can have your system set up, you got W.A.D.E Global, you got people calling around for you. Hey, and you got you building up teams, you got groups that you can get with teams in other areas. You start to learn how to build it mentally, right? You start to get your own mastermind, and you start to bring people together, and you start to build. You start to add value. You can build companies in other clients. I mean, other areas. I mean, I'm helping other companies build in other areas, and as they grow, I get a proceed to help them grow, and so that's another stream of income. But you in the cleaning business, if you have access to other companies, like you in groups, right? You in groups. You get to do things like that, right? So we got another couple of things, man. I'm saying freestyle big way. What's up, my guy? I see you checking in. It shocked me here. Great info, brother. You're my guy. That's my guy, man. Hey, that's my guy. Squeaker clean, man. Hey, I appreciate you checking in, man. That made me feel good. See my guy Squeaker clean checking in. Man. So man, they got something down and coming up with the automation course. I seen it, looked into it. Man, I think that's gonna be amazing. Clean Business Network, they got an automation course that's live. Dude, I'm gonna tell you, just to be real, let me get it 100% real. Those that know me know I always speak highly of the Clean Biz because a lot of that stuff I learned inside the group and the community, and I did what I had to do with it to make it me. But a lot of the stuff that I'm hitting with, man, as far as like the justice as starting off with the automation, man, just to knowing that I could get me a cold caller, right? That automation course say, hey, I can get a cold caller, and I have a whole W.A.D.E global team. I used it and morphed it in because I had to make it for me. I do cleaning the real estate in a matter of years. So for me to have a cold caller, I needed a cold caller to call for my real estate as well. I need a cold caller to call for my cleaning company. So why not have multiple callers? And now that I have callers calling for other companies. So I have like 7 callers now. Like we got 7 callers calling for 5 people. I got 2 callers and I got them calling for my cleaning company. And we learning how to right now this week, we learning how to do building permits. We just pulled permits. It was 38,000 permits. No, the contractors. And what you do is, I'm gonna tell y'all a good tip. This is what you do. This ain't what it was. Squeaky clean. You make me go off today, man. I love the energy. Squeaky clean. Hey, so this is what you do. You get on the website, man. I got to figure out what it is. It's a building.gov. Man, if I would pull it up on my phone, I definitely want to find it. But oh man, I don't know exactly. I wasn't prepared. I stay in the live. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Oh my God, laughing. No, for real. You jumped in. Hey, you jumped in, and I'm like, all right, it's time to turn up. But no, so look, if y'all doing, I know he doing the post construction. All right, go look on your website, right, and get into building permits. They have building permits. Now, what I do with my VAs, I have them pull the building permits. Now, I can actually, man, if I was on Zoom, I'd put it up on the screen. I'm gonna learn how to do that with my thing, so I can pull up on the screen and I can start showing y'all what's going on behind the scenes in my live. So I could just tap on in and just say, hey, this is what's going on. This is how it's going. But you get you some building permits. Like they and what the building permit is, you can see when the permit is issued, right? Now, inside of the permit, it also tells you how much the permit was issued for. I seen one was issued for $48,741,015. And it was a big one, right? So then I started looking, it's a 7-story something that they're building across somewhere in Nashville, right? But they give me the who's building it, and then they give me that it was issued and when it was issued. Now, the thing that I was taught was that you want to start to talk to people that was issued the permit a year ago, because about a year ago, depending on how big the building is, or the thing is, they will be needing cleaning. Now, if I have 38,000 leads, do you think I could get in front of one of them or 2 of them just to see, hey, man, cleaning is going down? Now, this is the thing that W.A.D.E Global does. It makes us different than everywhere else. I say it's a little different over here, and y'all don't get a secret. This is what we do. We have social media teams. We have a person that's running Instagram. We have a person that's doing email marketing. We have a person that's doing web development. We have a person that's doing graphic designing. So what I do on my team is, when I find a lead that my cold caller calls, I have them to send it to the lady that manages my LinkedIn. They put my business in front of that person on LinkedIn. We have something that we calling it is the 17 I'm getting excited. 17 touch follow-up system, right? Now, inside of this, again, if you got the system, you chat GPT and then them tell you. I'm not going to tell you I came up with this. I came up with the thought. Now, what I had is I wanted them to give me a follow-up process that will not be the same. So although we have 7 emails, those 7 email campaigns go to a much longer touch sequence. So you might get 1 email, then you have my team hit you with the SMS. Then you have it down. After they hit you with the SMS on your phone, you may have them shoot the name to the LinkedIn person. Now we get the company, get in front of them on LinkedIn. Now, it may be on touch 7 that it says send them a educational video about their company on LinkedIn. Then it may be on touch 25 or let's say 13 to message them and give them a DM on Instagram, right? Because we don't want to stay the same, right? Now, that's for the bigger contracts. We nurturing the lead. We nurturing the lead. And inside the W.A.D Global, we paid our team commission for nurturing the lead and bringing it to close. So as you follow through the opportunities tab, and I know, hey, I'm only talking to the people because I see I got some more people, so I know they know what we're talking about. As you follow through the opportunities tab, you tag the opportunities tab to who's the lead, and incentivize them. If they close the lead, they get 10% of the deal. Right now, if they have a $450 lead, they close, they get $45 on closing the lead. But what they do is they follow it all the way, right? And then you use the software to actually tag them and remind them when things are to do, right? I'm gonna jump more into it right there, but that's just what I'm at right now. I seen some of my people just climb in here, and I said, man, let me give y'all something too, because I know where the man where y'all on. But as you start building, because see, it's amazing, dude. It's amazing. It's amazing to be able to get the reciprocation of multiple ways of no. It's amazing to get the feedback of multiple of attracting clients from multiple ways, right? All right, hold on. We got so hold on. Wait a minute. That workflow must be insane. You should be helping host automations. That was something. Hey, no. See, I will. I have to figure it out. I appreciate that. You telling me what my people been telling me. They saying go away, go. And I'm like, man, I got to figure this out. I got to do a little bit more. See, one of my things is, man, I'm glad you checked in, man. It's a brother fresh air for me. You showing some love. But one of my things is, man, is actually wanting to have it all laid out. Because see, I know I'm not gonna ever have it all laid out, but it's so detailed of what I have going on that I want to have it just right. But you're right. I do need to. I'm gonna step out a little more now, because I definitely have a lot to offer. And what it is we're building it. Like it's building. So first thing what I did was I have somebody that's working on the email campaigns, right? So I started with 5, and now they took it to 7. So right in the first one is an introduction. A lot of times when you're doing cold calling, see, y'all getting a little bit more. I got a CBN hitter here. So a lot of time when you're doing cold calling, right? You're doing cold calling and they say, hey, send me some information. Now, what was happening is when they say send me some information, when I was purchasing leads, I wasn't getting those leads that say, hey, send me the email. Right. So now when you're doing your own cold callers, those that are, you have, let me send again an email. Now you want to start your email campaign. Now get you 7 emails. I say 7. I started with 5, but we have 7. Find out what you want to do with the email. Introduction email. Third email is a testimonial email. The second email, it might be a value email. What your company have? Like ours, we have 5 values that we have. Now in building a business, I had to start with the values. Right now, I'm going around in the world, but I hope you catching what I'm saying. Now, the reason that I'm telling you I had to start with the values is because I was building a company, and the people that was in the company was looking at it as my company. When I got into values, I have them building the company on principles and values that they agreed to. One of the values that they have is reliability. Now, I put all the values in a list, and I had all the people that I wanted to be around. And those that follow me, I've said this a couple of times, those are people that want to be around. I had to pick in values. Now, I'm not telling you how to be professional. You pick the value of professionalism. So now I can ask you, what does that value mean to you? Now, you tell me what professionalism means to you because you chose it. I had 3 people on my team pick professionalism. And I have younger people on my team that wear their pants and wear Crocs or wear slides. Now, I got tired of telling people to put your pants up and do things like that. But when they chose the value of professionalism, they put it into themselves to pick their pants up. And it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's amazing. But that second email talk about some of the values that we have. Now, I told you why the values are important to tell you how important that email is to the people. Because see, now the way the value mean to me, that's what that email means when I send it out, that second email. Because see, on some of the second email, it says that we built our company on reliability and professionalism. Now, I just showed you how some of my people brought professionalism into it and what it meant to them. So when I send that email, I'm sending them, in essence, the values of the company. And if it come across, it come across. Now, the third email is some testimonials. Then you have a fourth email. Fourth email might be a case study. a case study of what's going on, right? And then the fifth email, what's our fifth email? Oh, an offer. We got an offer. We send an offer, right? So here go an offer. Now, with those 5 emails, that doesn't have to be the whole sequence. That's a whole sequence if you're putting it into your CRM, but that's not my whole sequence. See, with W.A.D.E Global, we have different people that work on different sectors. So those 5 emails could be a 15 touch sequence to where now, after they send the email, 3 days later, we getting in front of them on Facebook. 4 days after that, we got our social media team hitting them up on LinkedIn. Because y'all should have a LinkedIn page, right? You got the decision maker. You called them. Oh, his name is Tammy. Her name is Tammy. I'm sorry. Tammy. Tammy's not there. Okay, well, can I get some information? Okay, yeah, just send us an email and we get it to Tammy. Okay, cool. And tell you have Tammy last name? Oh, it's Tammy Bird. Okay, Tammy Bird. You got your people putting it into the CRM. Now, they got to put it in CRM. That's one of the things I teach my college. Make sure you load that CRM. That's where your commission come from. So, all right, Tammy Bird. Okay. And what's her email? You got an email? Okay, cool. Got the email. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Now, hey, Chloe, you over there? Can you see if you got a Tammy Bird on LinkedIn? Let's see if we got a Tammy Bird over there. All right, and that's with ABC Company. Boom. All right, now they over there doing that over there while she's on LinkedIn. Now you got my other guy on Instagram, right? See if you can get in front of this company. Sometimes we can find them on Instagram. Sometimes you can't find a person on Instagram, right? But again, that's how we doing it. And so as we start to nurture these things, I'm starting to see people like my stuff that I'm following. Like I'm targeting you and I'm liking your stuff and I see you liking my stuff. So we just started this like maybe like 2 months ago, and this to get it all together, it's some kinks in it. But I seen somebody like my stuff that I'm targeted. And that was what I know. I knew I seen it. I said, oh, yeah, it's working. All right, it's working. All right. So I show you how to turn that five email campaign into a strategy to go in and go. Now we're talking about profitability, taking it to 20K. I started with my first my cleaning company with my franchise, and now I'm moving over to how I'm doing it today. So I appreciate you, Squeaky Clean, for tapping in, because you did bring me back to what's going on today. Because I just lost, man. I lost this year. I lost about 10K, a little bit more than 10K a month, man. I'm still going at it, but I lost over 10K. I just got a 2,000 a month count back, but 6 months when I went down by 10. A little bit over that, man, and it was some people separating me from my franchise. We was there 5 years, and they was ready to let go of my franchise, and that was one of my biggest clients I had with them, and that was kind of cool because really now it's nothing that my franchise had that could take me. I didn't want to lose that because that was about 3,000 a month, but then I lost 2 other accounts that was about 2,200, and one of them was because I was putting somebody in as a contractor, and they didn't see my company there. I was letting this other cleaning company do the building, and he was getting great reviews. Like, he was doing an amazing job. They even asked us to do the awning. Remember I talking about the church? They even asked us to do the awning outside and the outside windows, but he was doing the job, right? And they even came to him and be like, hey, man, I think we're going to go a different direction. Do you want the contract? He called me and let me know, hey, Wade, I think they looking to go somewhere else when the contract is over. And I attempted to save it, but what it all boiled down to, I think, is they seen me putting him in there. It was like, hey, if he's subbing it out, why am I paying you? And I get it. I get it. You know, when you subbing out, sometimes that will happen. Some clients may not like that. When I was with my franchise, I heard people telling they trying to cut my franchise out. It was like, hey, why don't we just deal with you? Right. And I didn't do it. Right. You have to have integrity. My man has integrity, and he's a part of W.A.D.E Global. Right. So he's involved. He got the VAs going for him. He got the website stuff going for him, the email stuff, and he's blown away. Right. But it came from him being honest in the building. Right. And so that's why I lost that one. Then I lost another one, man. I lost another one. It was this lady took her kids in there. And I knew she was taking the kids in there too, but I'm such an entrepreneur, and I'm like, man, yeah, you're showing them how to work. You're showing them how to work. I didn't know, but it was after hours, right? It was after hours, and I I just shouldn't have done it. You know, it might be a liability. But I was like, man, you know, you got kids that's working, and they was like 13 or 14, so they weren't like no little bitty kids. And so they was in there, and you know, they didn't really like that. It was some other thing, but we was with them for about 2 years. But you know, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was like, hey, we paid for a professional service. She bringing her kids in here, and I get it, you know. But that was like, ouch. So I lost that one, and then my son got my baby boy and a couple of them, and man, he just went, you know, he knocked out about 15, $1,700. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'll tell you another thing, inspecting is big. Now, when you have a cleaner that's in a bunch of buildings and you're not inspected behind them, then that'll show you that a bunch of those buildings will be falling down. So inspections is amazing. To yeah, man. Let me see what else we got out here. We got some people chiming in today. Anything else y'all got for profitability? Did y'all hear anything that might have struck the chord of you? A minor chord in you. You know what I mean? Did you have anything in there that it struck a chord? Anything? You know? How does what's going on? What's going on? All right. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. That workflow. Oh, that's the same one. Workflow. I'm gonna get on here one day and talk about workflows, man. I'm just how I do it, man. My team puts it together, and so we get into it. We have our team, like we get the team to put the workflow together for you. And when they put the workflow together for you, if you want to have to understand how it is, I mean, if you want to know how it is, we'll send you a Loom video, send you a video breaking down the workflow and breaking down how the tags is. Now, some of the things that you have to get is like, you want to start having surveys, right? Now I'm going into workflows again because it popped up. I actually clicked it, but you want to have also forms and surveys. Those that have in the CRM, if you're in the clean biz automation, clean biz CRM, or your W.A.D.E Global, or any other CRM, and they have forms and stuff that you're making. You want to make forms. You want to make sure you get you some forms together, right? So another thing that's helping us out is that we're doing surveys. Now, a lot of times people won't want to fill out the survey. You want to make the survey forms very easy to fill out. Think about some survey forms that you would fill out. My people were sending out survey forms with 7 questions, and what nobody responded. I got one dude to respond, and he was responding that the cleaning was inconsistent. I was glad that he responded. And I'm like, why nobody else was responding? Is the cleaning good? When I looked at the form, it was 7 questions. I'm like, no. Make it 2 or 3 questions. Nobody have time to fill out. Nobody want to fill out no survey. How many times you want to fill out a survey? They can even pay you to fill out a survey. You don't want to fill out a survey. But the thing is, you want to get surveys in, because surveys help you tell what your clients are looking for. Like one of my clients told me that it was inconsistency. And there again, it goes with my inspection. I've been having this same thing because I was looking to do the inspection myself. Instead of just paying somebody to do an inspection, I was going to do it myself, and it never got around to it. By the time I get in the building to do an inspection, I have something else to do, and it just don't go right. So now we got a dedicated person to do inspection. We got on the inspection list. She go do it. She go do the supplies, and it's been much more smoother. Like you can hear the tone of my voice. It's so much smoother. But me, I was gonna do it. I do it. Again, when you build your company and you working in it, franchise minded, as I was doing, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, man. I got 3 companies I'm running. I got a tenant that I gotta go check on. Well, I ain't have to check on the tenant, but I have a tenant that I need. I had to check on the tenant, but I had to put one in there. I had to put one in the building. Tenant, I had to put one in the building. I have W.A.D.E Global that I'm working with. I have personal people I'm coaching and helping out. I'm gonna go check the buildings. And that's the reason why a lot of people say, hey, W.A.D, you're supposed to get the content out. Let's do this. And I'm like, no, I don't feel comfortable, because unless I have my system together the way I can dedicate a consistent effort to the people that's dependent on me, I just don't feel I can't be in there in and out, right? They say don't be lukewarm. I'm in the game and I'm out of it. Yeah, I was in it. Now I got to go back to the buildings. So now 2 or 3 weeks, I can't even focus and help nobody out because I done got swamped back in the building because one of the guys done quit. So before I can actually get focused online, I had to make sure I had a 2 degrees of separation, meaning 2 people come in before me. 2 people go before me, right? And so again, that's putting your building in the profitability. Now, the crazy part about it is all these changes happened in my building, and the income didn't. Let me say, the income wasn't a factor. Let me say it that way. From the point when I was working in my buildings to doing all my cleans myself, to the point that I'm putting people in the buildings, I was making the same amount of money in my business. That's what I'm saying. Now, what I had to do was I had to curb some of my expenses in some of the business. I had to curb some, and so some of those things is I moved my virtual address. So those that know, I'm big on clean business credit, personal credit. I believe that you have a cleaning business, that you're not working on your personal credit, then you're doing something wrong. Because if you're going from cleaning to real estate, as my motto is, in a couple of years, you have to get your personal credit together. So if you listen to me right now, I got about 9 people on here right now. If you listen to it right now, you don't have a personal credit foundation. We need to get that going. See where your personal credit is, see what you got going on, because as you're building your business, you can be working on your personal credit simultaneously. That way, when you get to a position that your business kicking you 15 to 20 a month and you got a little bread, you got your stuff together so you can do that investment. But that's just what I did. And I did it in 2 years. I came from prison in 2017. By 2021, I was ready to invest. I invested in a duplex. 2020 was COVID. I was ready at 2020 and everything tightened up on me. So I didn't get nothing for 2020. So from 2018, 2019, 2020, I was ready to invest. That's why I say from cleaning to real estate in a matter of years. I know people that I'm talking to right now, been in the cleaning business over 25 years, telling me they still want to invest. And where they problem went wrong is they didn't want to show Uncle Sam, whoever he is, that he was making no money. They wanted to keep it all under the table. They didn't want to show they was making no money. Now, I don't know who they are, where they are now, in case you, in case somebody listening. But that's what I've heard now. You know what I mean? And so man, I done went all around. Now I'm talking about profitability. We want to make sure that we have the ending goal, right? End in mind. So cleaning the real estate in a matter of years, those that want to have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income come from you getting one stream going, adding another stream to it, and call it a multiple. You're having 2 different streams, not 2 different jobs. All right. Some people say, hey, I got 3 jobs, I got multiple streams of income. But if you get sick, all your jobs go down because you can't work there. My brother right now, he cannot walk right now because he had a car accident. He built his company inside of it because he was doing residentials. Now he got to 6 figures. I showed him how to do it. We building together, and he got to 6 figures, but he was doing residentials. He was doing maid services type residentials. And he had some people in the culture that he couldn't trust in the buildings, but by themselves. But he would go with them, and he was all gravy. He built his company, and then he had a car wreck. He's in the hospital right now learning how to walk again. He got some people to help him with his company, but he can no longer be in the buildings right now. That's where W.A.D.E Global is coming in. I'm showing him how to build his business without being in the building. And it's funny that I'm doing that and showing him, and I showed him I got the software, I got the team, I got everything for him. But his mindset is like, man, I got to get out and walk so I can get back in and make me some money. And I see myself, man. He's not walking, and it'd be at least 3 to 4 months, and he's not gonna be. He won't be walking like that. So him getting in and out the building, going to clean like he was, it's not gonna be that way for a while. So I'm having to shape his mind to show him how to make his money behind the scenes, which I'm grateful to God that I've been doing it already, that I've been able to grow my cleaning company without being in the building, so I can show him. And I'm grateful to have W.A.D.E Global team so that I can assist him with doing that. But I learned through that process that you want to build your business and you want to get out of it, but you have to have the processes in place, right? You have to have the processes in place. Every time that I looked to get out of my company, I didn't have the processes in place. It wasn't the money. Those that follow me know I say it's mentality, not money. And the reason that I say that is because I was in a desolate situation. I was making $20 a month. They was taking 10. I gave $2 to my spiritual father that I was reading his spiritual book. I had $8 left. And on $8, I had to buy me some hygiene, a pack of strawberry cookies, and a honey bun. That strawberry cookies and the honey bun is what I 2 for 1 and actually got this whole thing rolling. But my whole mentality was still reading books. Before I could buy the books, I didn't have the money to buy the books. I was borrowing the books and writing the books. I was writing the whole book, sitting up with my headphones on, writing word for word the book. And I was writing them on 3 letters because your resources, I mean, two lines to a line because your resources is small, right? So when I say it's mentality, not money, I mean that from the heart. It's your mindset. Wherever you are today, you have to put in the process, policies, and procedures to make your company run without you. Yes, you still may be in it, but if the policies and procedures are not going down with the 2 people you got in your company, then you're not waiting to get out. That's the same thing that's going on with my brother right now. He dropped his whole team because when he got out, his income dropped down. He got 2 good people that's working. So they fired everybody else because they were doing a shoddy job because he's in the hospital, right? So I guess they know he's not there. They going in and going out getting paid. So he got some people that he fired. I mean, the people that he running fired. I said, bro, right now is the time to implement your software, implement your Slack, implement your procedures. Man, bro, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. You're not incentivizing them to do it. Man, if you say, hey man, look, I need you to upload these pictures, it's tied to your check. You think how many pictures you think you're gonna get? You're not going to get paid until I upload these pictures. I need before and after pictures. You in the hospital. You need to be able to market your business online using the W.A.D.E Global software. Okay, get your teammates. This is something else. Get your teammates to get you before and after pictures. I know you want to go out there and get all the pictures. I did anyway. Man, I go take my own picture. No. Hey, y'all give me some before and after pictures of the toilet tonight. I'm sitting right here. Hey, you know what? Behind that door in that classroom, in that first classroom on the right, I know a lot of times people give me 3 pictures of behind the doors in all the classrooms tonight. All right, boom. But I say it on the phone, but I'll put it in my software. And then, hey, I get my pictures, right? And then I could use those pictures, give it to my team and have them to promote. And I could make sure my people are clean and well. The team get the pictures, and then they could put the caption, schedule it on my scheduler, and it's 3 months down in advance. We schedule 3 months down the road. I ain't scheduling posting every day. We schedule 3 months down the road because when you do that, again, it's secrets to building a 20K a month business. So these are the secrets I'm working on now. We schedule 3 months down the road. Now, why does that matter? Because now we can tailor certain clients. If we're doing property managers, we can focus on property managers right now online, and we can call them. And I could go to networking events. And that's just what I'm doing now. I'm going to networking events, and I'm looking for property managers because that's my niche. I want to get into property managers because I like real estate. So we're doing moving and move out clean, and I want connections inside of property management. That goes along with my strategic partners, because if I have strategic partners, I got a guy that does plumbing, I got a guy that does HVAC, I got a guy that does if I had a guy that does roofing, then with the property managers, I'm more valuable as a cleaning company. All right. I know I gave a lot. All right, didn't I? Still here. This live is fire. Appreciate you sharing, Wade. Okay. Checking in. I appreciate it. Again, thank you all around. Everything 210. I just talk and I don't know what I'm giving. I love the feedback. I love the energy that I get when people chime in and let me know that I'm giving something of value. That keeps some of us that be on here a lot. You got some people that's been on a while, and again, they might not go through this, but some of us is getting out there saying, all right, is it time? Is it not? Y'all chiming in really helps out. But yeah, so make sure that you're getting your sequences together, right? So, well, not sequences. Make sure you get your emails together. I got a challenge for all y'all watching right now. You get on, download OpenAI ChatGPT tonight and say, ChatGPT, I am a company that's wanting to make $10 million a year. I am a cleaning company that wants $10 million a year, and I want to create me a email campaign. Give me 5 emails that will be different for a company that I'm looking for, and implement your niche. And boom, there you go and see what it get. Now, what you do with that, message W.A.D.E Global, we could get you going. All right. Or you could get inside your software and you could just, put in your email campaign. But again, some of us are building our business. We don't have time to do that. And that's where W.A.D.E Global come in. We come in to assist business and brand growth. I had a problem, and my problem was I was getting walkthroughs. I was getting leads. I was getting walkthroughs, but I wasn't following up. I had get walkthroughs, I purchase leads, and I would lose them. I would drop them, I would lose them, and I was like, man, what's going on? Not once did I purchase the guy I was getting leads from, because I messed with him. I wouldn't purchase, I didn't complain about the leads at all. Sometimes you may get to a client, you may get there and they don't know you're coming. I did that. I've done that, but I bought the lead. So what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna find the lead around. I'm gonna go down there. I'm thinking like a pebble. Y'all that been fishing or whatever, you throw that rock in there, you see that bloop, 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 that ripple. That lead was a ripple. I went to some of them contracts and they did not want me. I went 5 places, boom, knocking on 5 doors. Dude, maybe God was just sending me in this area for a reason. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's me. Let me see. Maybe it's just off a little bit. And that's how I did it. Sometimes I see people, man, hey, the lead ain't no good, man. What did you do? Hey, you get them to replace the lead, right? But what did you do with the lead? It was a lead. It led you somewhere. It didn't. They didn't want to say it's gonna close. You got to close it. You got to follow. You got to follow up. It's a lead. You lead yourself to somewhere, and then you do something else. Sometimes, man, especially if you already suited and booted, come on, man. If you going in to do your walkthrough and you done got you done dressed up, you smelling good, you get up and you get your calculated clean app those at you, and you go in there and you say, hey, I'm gonna do this walkthrough. You put your calculated clean up and you got your who is it? The location. You got your name in there. Then you got who you're going to see. It's already prompted in there. You ready? And you go in there and they say, hey, we didn't know you was coming. Cool. Yeah. And you get frustrated. I drove all the way out here. What you do next? Man, let me go around here, man. I drove out here already out here. I know it's something out here for me. Somebody need me. And then you go knocking on doors. Some of y'all might be scared. Walk in there, talk to them folks. You got a cold caller calling because you're scared to go cold call. You can walk in the door. Hey, anybody in here? Once you do it one time, you get. I'm gonna tell you, this is just what I do. I walk in there one time and I boost myself. I mean, I'm just gonna go in there and say, man, who handles your cleaning? Who gonna handle your cleaning? Who handles your cleaning? Hey, who handles your cleaning in here? Oh, nobody there? Oh, okay. Oh, she's back there. Oh, can I speak to her? Oh, I already. Sometimes I talk myself out. Ain't nobody here? Oh, she's back. Oh, okay. You hear that? Because I was nervous. But I'm just giving you straight what I did. All right, let me just go in and ask. Who handles your cleaning for this location? As simple as that. You go to your walkthrough. They don't know you there. Hit you 5 areas in that 5 places in that location. Hey, who does your cleaning? Did you have who does your cleaning? Who can I talk to about cleaning? I went into a place right now. They needed hot dust and they gave me corporate office. I sent it to my team to see if we can get in front of corporate. All right. So that's some good tips for me to taking that thing to 20,000. We can go higher than that, but shoot, I haven't went too much higher than that consistency. So we ain't going. I done got to 30, but I wasn't consistent. I ain't been consistent there like 6 months just on my own. I've been just teetering 32, going down 20. You know what I mean? Then I dropped down like and so we're gonna get it now. We're gonna get it now, and I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's from the inspections. It's for making sure that we got them systems, processes together, and it's for making sure the companies are built on values. I'm telling you, the values is the biggest thing. Mission too. I don't want to give y'all too much, but y'all see these companies that be talking about what's your mission statement. It's a reason. It's a reason, man. It's a reason. I'm not corporate. I didn't come up in the corporate world. I came up a different way. But I understand now. I'm a person got to know why. Why? Why do they have a vision statement? I'm gonna tell you why. It brings everybody on the team on one line vision. And you would have like, duh. No, it makes sense. It's definitely something that we're doing now. And it's definitely something that made sense. I haven't even got all the way to infusing the vision in them yet because we had a vision already, but it wasn't written out. We knew what we were doing as a team. We were doing this, but the vision now is to empower people and help them do certain things and move over into certain areas. And they didn't know all of that. The vision has grown. Now that we talk about it, they like, man, I'm gonna give you a tip about this one too. All right. All right. So I talked about the values. Now the mission. You got you some people. All right. Now we talking small. Let's go small, right? And then we can get bigger. Because small, you got your team. It's you, say your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance, your children, and your brother. All right. You be like, man, everybody know what I'm about. Give them a say so. You the boss, get them a say so. What is the vision? What do you want to see with the company? Oh man, it's just your company. I'm supporting you. Okay, but what would you want to support this company to do for you? Oh man, I like single mothers, man. My mama was a single mom, and I just want to. Okay, cool. Put that in the mission. This company helps single mom for that person, so that person could hold tight to the mission. You might have a single mama yourself, or you might be a single father, or you might be a married couple. It doesn't matter. You can still have that mission. We're going to reach out to single moms in the community to help young kids to grow back and give back to the community and grow them up. Now, that person on your team has a part of the mission involved. I mean, he's involved in the mission. Again, that's something else that I've really recently implemented into my company and has been amazing. Because what I did was I called everybody and said, hey, what you want to do? What you want to do with the company? Some of them didn't even understand what I was talking about. They never thought of it that way. They're thinking about this. You got people that you want to take with you on the next level. Now let's think about this. Let's keep it real. You got people you want to take on the next level. You want to take the $1 million team. Yeah, we're gonna get this meal ticket. They're gonna get a meal ticket, right? And they don't have a mission for the company. Y'all not on the same mission. And it's up to you. You're the leader. So you include them in the mission. It doesn't have to change your mission. Your mission is for them to get to the big mission anyway. Right? What's the vision? You got 3 people that you're thinking about right now that you got in the fold of your company. They don't have a vision in your company. It's my company, man. I'll take it where I want to. Okay, well, take your company where you want to. You're gonna see how far that gets you. Right? When you start to put the vision in with other people, I mean, what's your vision? Oh man, you know what? I really thought about moving out to California. Okay. Oh, you want to move to California? I never thought about that, man. So what you think about the company, man? Yeah, I run it out of California. Oh shoot, okay. So look, we from the mid. All right, cool. We change the vision. We're gonna run it from Nashville to California. It came a bigger vision because somebody said they want to move to California. I'm not saying that's what happened in my life. I'm just saying you think of how the vision get bigger when you clean or when you bring more people. Make it more about more people. You have to build a team. See, right? That's one of the things I wasn't doing. I built my company, but I didn't build the team. The team was on the company. Oh, I'm saying that right. The team was in the company, but the company needs to build with the team. Maybe that didn't sound right, but you get what I'm saying, all right? So, man, I'm gonna go and get up over here. We take the hour and a half, and I appreciate y'all chiming in. I really appreciate. I got good engagement. We got 11 people on here right now. That's pretty good. All right, hey, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all got any questions before I get up off here? How y'all think the live went? I do see, I did get this last right here. I'm still here. The live is fire. I really appreciate that. I do appreciate that love. Do we have anything? I touched on all my topics. I do touch on my topics. Those that know that I always say I don't know how to go down I'm not used to going down the bullet point, but I'm getting used to it now. I don't read the whole thing. It'd be so much more stuff on there. I just don't be reading because I'm not about to read it. I just have to give it. As long as I can stay on point, I feel that I'm giving what I got to give. I'll be writing so many other things that I'm gonna say, and I look back and like, man, I didn't even say that. But I'll catch it next time. All right, so man, cleaning business profitability, how to get past 20K, how to get to 20K. Hopefully I helped you out some way. And hey, next week we'll do the same thing. I like to come on live every Tuesday at 7 Central Standard Time and just talk, man. So next live, I'm gonna bring somebody up with me in a couple of weeks. If you want to get on the live with me, let's talk. Let's just chop on the business. If you're not in the cleaning business, you're following me. Hey, we could talk business, virtual assistants. That's why I love talking virtual assistants, real estate. I really don't talk too much real estate now, but I will be getting more into that a little bit later on. But I want to make sure that I have a firm foundation in the cleaning before I start to just tap into that other stuff. Because as I start to maneuver in these other streams, as everybody talking, you start to see there's holes in the other one, man. And when them holes come back, you gotta fill them up. And so again, my values, my mission, my vision was something that I'm implementing. This software is something I'm implementing. Something the email marketing campaign, social media strategies. Dude, I just got somebody yesterday that called me on a walkthrough from me having that little thing on my phone that texts them back when I don't answer. So my business phone been getting a lot of spam calls. So I get so many spam calls that it makes me don't want to answer my business phone sometimes. And I hate that. And I've been looking at a way to get around it. But I had this thing that text somebody back that said, hey, we sorry I missed your call. They messaged me back, said, hey, we're looking for a clean. I instantly seen it, picked up, and I called them. I went on a walkthrough today. They had me to send a proposal last night. They're looking to start Friday, right? Now, that was a whole nother thing that I set up that I wouldn't have got if I don't have these things set up. So make sure you're getting your marketing things set up. If you need help, W.A.D.E Global here to assist you. Look up WADEGlobalassist.com, WADEGlobalassist.com. My website is acting a little funny sometimes. I don't know what it is, but it's W.A.D.E Global. It's one word, but of course it's one word, assist.com. Think about W.A.D.E Global Assistant, WADEGlobalassist.com. And man, get them with me, man. If not, you can email admin@WADEGlobalassist.com. If you need help with your CRM, they can actually go inside the CRM that you're working with now. If you're with the Clean Biz Network, they could get inside of there and they can actually manage that for you as well. It doesn't have to be the W.A.D.E Global software. We can actually implement a virtual assistant inside of your current Clean Biz software that you're using and help your workflows and things get going. And then send you Loom videos as well to make sure you understand exactly what you're doing. And so you could do it for yourself if you need to. Set up your social media for a couple of months if that's necessary. You know, do your proposals, send out your email campaigns, all of those types of things. All right. So if you need any assistance, again, WADEGlobalassist.com, and we have virtual assistants that will help you take your cleaning business to the next level. Wishing I ain't doing enough. I'm out of here. Peace.